Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm Cincinnati Man. I'm here with my sister.
Hello.
We are here to discuss the Joker 2.
Mm.
Now, this movie is set 2 years after the original in the movie universe. Um, we see there's a bunch of reviews out. People are very disappointed in how bad this was, which surprised me. I'm surprised people thought they were disappointed in how bad this was when the first one was okay. It was okay. I didn't like a lot of aspects in it, but I would say it's an okay movie. I wouldn't go out of my way to be like this movie's trash or this movie's garbage. The first one. So I didn't expect this movie. I knew it was going to be a letdown. So I'm shocked that everybody else didn't think it was, or they're surprised by the reviews.
With the first one, I liked it up until the end, where you didn't know what was real and what was fake.
And what's interesting about that is I've seen people comment on other videos. Like, let's say I see some Joker thing on somebody's stuff months ago, and they were like, "Oh no, it's not real," and all this other stuff. Well, is it real in this? Because apparently they ended it real. Yeah, I'll let you take it. Did you have any expectations for this?
No, I did not.
So
I kept seeing how the producers and everything kept saying it wasn't a musical, but everybody that had already seen it said it clearly is. So
it's half a musical.
I don't really like musicals except for Disney stuff. Yeah, I didn't like it.
You said it from the beginning. You said the intro is probably the best thing in the movie, and it was.
When it was animated.
Yeah, and it was. Ended up being the best part.
Well, for me, I think if they took all the singing parts and made a continuous story, because the singing really took me out of the movie. It added nothing to the dialogue. It didn't move the story along to me. I was confused to why they were singing half the time.
The songs that they picked didn't connect with what was going on. It's like when she sung that song, like "Why Do Birds Appear Every Time You're Near?" I'm like, okay, so you like them. And then there was a couple other songs where I was like, okay, like that's a song, and this should not have been a musical.
No. And I was wondering if it was a musical to start with, or did it turn into a musical once they got Lady Gaga involved?
And it should have been okay. Also, they didn't need Lady Gaga. There was no reason to cast her because she didn't bring anything to the role to give you a different aspect of Harley.
I mean, even
as in she was just a jerk. I mean, as a new character, not as a new character. Oh, we're bringing Harley in, and it meant nothing. She was just a regular crazy woman that probably lied about everything, including being pregnant.
She did. Remember the lawyer said
yeah, that's what, no, I mean, she ended up being, they demystified. She was just a fanatic. That's all she was. She was just a fanatic. And yes, my problem is the Joker and Harley relationship is really supposed to be for some context, like Sid and Nancy. Sid Vicious and Nancy were very abusive towards each other, hitting each other and stuff like that. And if I remember correctly, they had a very abusive relationship. Even Sid killed Nancy, allegedly. And it's supposed to be an abusive relationship, horrifying. Like one of those bad romances that you see and you're like, how are they together?
No pun intended, bad romance. And Lady Gaga song. Sorry, go ahead.
And it's really bad. I'm talking about abuse. I think it's like National Abuse Month.
Probably.
I think it anyway. And it wasn't that. I knew they was going to demasculate him. I had a feeling that he wasn't going to be in charge for the most part. Like, as in, she was going to be leading him. I just had a feeling, and she was for the most part. Because if she didn't come into his life, he wouldn't have really cared if he lived or not. Like, he cried that day, but you could tell when he gave her, like, I'm just Arthur. I'm not the Joker. Demystified that. Deconstructed that. I've never been the Joker. I'm like, come on, man. Like, You ruined it. And it's
And
funny.
that's what she said, basically.
And she literally said that. She was like, you
there's no more fantasy.
Yeah, there's nothing there. We're done. And she walks away. And I was just like, okay.
I thought he was gonna kill her, like on some like
Yes.
Carmen Jones thing.
Yes.
Where he, at the
I don't know.
spoiler alert.
I never seen Carmen Jones.
We should watch that. That's a musical too, but I'm more interested in it because it has Dorothy Dandridge in it. Anyway,
What's that? Take it. My mini fridge keeps cracking. I don't know why. Anyway.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna kill her, but I was like, well, they may want more movies after this, so they probably won't kill anybody until we got to the end. And I was just like, well, what's the end? Like,
there should have been a conflict at the end. There should have been. My issue with the first one is the same thing that happened here. Is he was just kind of around and everybody else went crazy around him.
Yeah.
And this one,
well, he's the manipulator.
Yeah, but he wasn't really manipulated. You get what I'm saying? He just looked at somebody, people start going crazy. He's just like, oh. And the thing about the Joker is he is sadistic, he's insane, but he is a genius.
Well, you gotta remember this.
And they didn't. I'm fine with him not being that way in the first one. It annoyed me, but I was like, it annoyed me in the first one. Mm-hmm. I thought it would be a progression in the second one. This didn't feel like a Joker 2. This felt like a Joker 1.5. This really could have been.
Maybe this should have been the first one,
or part of it. They didn't need
because we had so much backstory from the first one into the.
Yeah, but this was, and then people, as I read somewhere. Remember, I don't know if you remember this, but the director said he wasn't even thinking about making a part 2. He just made it. And this is what it seemed like. This seemed like, hey, I ain't got no script. Hey, we got this. Also, let's get into this right now.
Okay.
Harley.
Yes.
She checked herself into a mental asylum where the Joker is. She checked herself into Arkham. Arkham is a hardcore insane asylum. You can't just check yourself in and be like, well, it's time to leave.
And that's why I was like, well, that should have been a red flag to him. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, no, he didn't. He's
when they said
but he's a loser. So he's just like he realized that no, that ain't the problem. Another problem was she said there ain't nothing but 2 guards that sit in the front and watching the musical. That's it. And there ain't no cameras or no nothing. She can set whatever she wants on fire and she gets to leave. And then they identified that they clearly show that they're in love. They hugging and everything. And you don't keep her away from the courthouse.
Or that time where he was
they escorted
bars and they was like, no touching, no touching. And I was like, she ain't even supposed to be back there.
Thank you. And then they escorted her in. Remember at the end, they escorted her. They backed it, like, let her through. And it's like,
I was saying it should have been a red flag for Arthur when she told him, oh, they're making me leave because I'm a bad influence on you.
At first,
I mental hospital would.
Thank you. Also, I thought she was going to be a figment of his imagination.
I did too. The whole movie, I said, okay, she's not real. And then, was she? I guess she was. Yeah. People were interacting with her.
And then they made him when it came to her, she was all confident. He's like, and then when they finally hooked up and had sex, he was like, help me. That's all I believe it. Like, he was like, help me. It was like, what is this? Well, how'd you get back here? Somebody let me back through because I was cool with the guard. It's like, did you sleep with the guard? That's what I thought at first. I'll do it. Because she said, I would do anything to be there with you.
I got a question. Side note. Why is there always an Irish cop in Gotham?
Always?
Like, I mean, even if you go back to like the Adam West one, he was Irish, wasn't he?
Yeah. Okay, this is a side note. When they made the dude Irish, I kind of rolled my eyes like, do we really do this show? Like,
and what year is this?
But they always try to make it semi-futuristic. It's been like that for years.
I know. Even it seemed like the 70s. So it was like the cars and stuff like this.
Also, DC, we do not want to know what state Gotham is in.
Yeah.
When they said the state of New York, we both looked at each other like, there's a state with Gotham? We don't know where Metropolis is. You know where Metropolis is? I don't want to know.
I think it's Chicago.
Where's Atlantis? What state? Wait, that's the ocean.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait,
I was gonna let you go.
Yeah. I kind of went too far. I was gonna say.
Yeah, even on the keychain.
I'll give you one. Central City. That's where the Flash is from.
Yeah.
You don't know where that state that is. We don't need to know. The city of New York. Not the state of New York. Nah, I like.
And even on the keychain, because after the movie, I bought a keychain
Yeah.
that said
It said New Jersey.
Well, one of them said New Jersey
Go
for
ahead.
the Arkham keychain.
Right.
And the other one was Wayne Manor.
It was like, look,
New York.
we don't need to keep it that real. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is New Jersey. This is where Arkham is. Nobody ever said that, and we don't need to say that. It took us out of. We're like, wait, why do we?
I mean, it was like we knew it was New York, loosely based on New York.
Which is funny because
Chicago.
it was funny because they filmed The Dark Knight and stuff in Chicago.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
Chicago.
Do you think this is the worst movie we've seen recently? Because
No.
Beetlejuice is really bad. We thought Beetlejuice was bad, y'all. We seen a lot of movies though, so I don't know.
I just think this would have been an okay movie if they hadn't had the musical in it. The music in it.
The only way I would have been fine with this movie is no. I'll take it back. Take the musical out.
Yeah.
Get him back in the real world after that prison break, and I want to see what happens.
You know what? I think for me, I think the movie should have ended right when the courthouse blew up, and he would have been like, "Well, where's Joker?" And nobody would have known. And then, like, maybe possibly that could have been an entry for a third movie. But the ending, I don't know how they. Is he dead?
Wait, what happened at the end?
Remember the guy?
Oh yeah. No.
I kept
Yeah.
looking at that other inmate because he kept being fixated on Arthur, and I was like, I thought he was the Riddler or another villain.
Oh, I thought he was. There's this guy. There's a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name. There's a serial killer. When he kills people, he cuts himself as a memory, as like he keeps a note of it. Like he'll stab somebody.
Yeah,
like
he
one.
did because
Zaz.
He did. He
Yeah.
cut his face.
So
at the end.
I'm assuming that's Zaz. Just like there was no reason to call the dude Harvey Dent.
And that's another
There
thing.
was no reason.
I kind of wanted to see more of Harvey Dent. I mean, like, he was a new character, not a new one, but like a new one for the Joker. I kind of wanted to see more.
Yeah, but this is one of those things where creatives be like, look, we know about comic books. Your comic books. We're not gonna do any of that. And you're like, oh, but you're gonna use all the names and everything? Yes. You're like, oh,
I just think they
like a graphic novel where they
I think that was
like a what if almost.
Harvey's introduction into this realm of the Joker. I don't know.
Now that this is over, because this is done. This there ain't gonna be no part 3. It ain't gonna make no money, and it's not.
It will, because people will go see it. We went to go see it and we knew it was
No.
bad.
But people go see stuff. The review it don't mean that. Anyway, this is the question we all have to ask ourselves now. Now that we're 2 movies in with this, are you ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the worst Joker? Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think there's no worse Joker or a bad Joker.
But there's bad Batmans, huh?
Yeah.
You see this bias people have, this villain bias.
I don't think, because he gave a really good performance in. I mean, acting wise, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Joaquin will always give you something. He's a really great actor. And side note, I was kind of sad because I started thinking about his brother, and I was just like, oh, what would have happened?
And he grew up, and also he had a bad childhood too. That's why. Yeah. But anyway, and another thing, you are right when you looked at him. You were like, man, he kind of reminds me of Heath. There is a little, the stringy hair, kind of met. And I don't understand why did he have to be so emaciated and thin? And
I know. I guess
I was like, because he didn't do any. And you know what's crazy about this?
Yeah.
This is the first Joker. Think about this, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first Joker that didn't kill anybody in a movie. He didn't kill one person in this movie. Ain't that crazy? He didn't have no henchmen kill anybody. He didn't instruct her to kill anybody. This is the first Joker that did not kill anybody. When he got out, he ran. I love you, please. I want to be with you. First Joker. Didn't kill anybody.
I have a question. Who set off the bomb? Was it just a random person?
It was
I thought it was going to be her.
No, it's society.
I thought it was going to be her.
Incorrect. Society. Yeah. Just society. Society is a mess out there. He has caused such division. They're clapping in court, which would never happen.
Yeah, a lot of the court stuff wouldn't happen.
Well, no, yeah. Like you excuse some things, but could you at least put some money into his defense? Yeah, that one dude with the beard was sitting off to the side, and then when he fired his lawyer, he's sitting on the opposite side of the other side of him, like.
Well, he couldn't really say anything. He was just there for counsel.
No, I'm just laughing because this is like he wasn't there in the first place. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this?
I wish there was a cut without the musicals.
It'd still be a bad movie.
I don't think so. I think it would be better. I think it would be an okay movie.
It wouldn't be.
It would flow.
It still wouldn't be as good as the first.
You think?
You cut off all the musicals and stuff. It'd be a shorter movie. It'd be a way shorter movie.
Thank God.
And it'd be like a short film. I can't believe they released this.
Moneymaker.
It's not. They said they're gonna lose like $200 million. That ain't no moneymaker.
I think people. I don't know.
It's funny. I remember one time, me and James was going back and forth. It was about either Justice League or Batman vs Superman.
Never seen either one of those. Sorry.
We're gonna have to talk about that. Because you said you watch everything Batman related. How you gonna skip out on that?
Except for when Ben Affleck was the Joker. The Batman. Sorry.
Look, okay, we'll talk about it later. But one of them made like 700 million or something, or 800 million. And he was like, "That's a success." It's like, yeah, but it was projected to make like 1.3. Like, let's say. So technically, yeah, you didn't make your money.
Is that domestically or globally?
No, overall. Oh. So it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, you can make a bunch of money, but if it ain't clearing what you needed to clear. But I bet this. No, I'll take that back. This movie was cheap. Like as opposed to like superhero stuff and everything. Mm-hmm. This was a cheap movie. They probably will make their money. You might be right. Yeah. I'm thinking in big box. Okay,
they'll make it back, right. But it won't be like.
I'll tell you one thing on the side note. I'm never wearing this suit jacket again.
Why? It's too big.
Yeah, it's weird. I just threw this thing on like, maybe it look like something. Nah, I need my other jacket or my zip up. But anyway, that's the end. We good on this.
This would have been a good watch it at home movie. I mean, not good.
Remember that one time I was like, we ain't recommending this movie. You're like, well, you ain't recommending this movie.
I always say, go see it for yourself, because people have different opinions. Some people.
You're right. You're doing it a measured way. Don't go see it. This is horrible. We've been hoodwinked. We've been bamboozled.
Bamboozled?
What is it?
Bamboozled?
Is that wrong?
I don't know what you said.
Hoodwinked and bamboo. I said what?
I thought you said something.
Baboo? I didn't say.
I don't know what you said. Sorry.
Okay, well, I'm Cincinnati, man. We done. Unless you could think. I'll give you a second unless you think it's something else. Nobody really stood out. Shout out to the inmates. Y'all did a great job.
That was another thing.
The inmates did a great job.
They choked out the black dude, but Arthur was the one standing on the table.
There was like 3 other people standing on the table. Yeah. He
caused it.
I was rolling.
And then they killed Arthur's. Oh God, what was his name?
Homie, his friend.
Yeah, the other inmate.
His I don't know what he was.
Yeah, I don't know what that kiss was.
No, that was just a humiliation thing. They was just like, it was like he's such a it was one of those things. When they did it, I was like, if this is supposed to be symbolism, that's just insulting. That'd be that.
I don't know, because they knew Arthur would do it, so I just don't know what they was getting.
Like there's certain things that Hollywood tries to do, and I'm like, or people try to do, and I'm just like, you're not. That'd be like, hey, you're gonna be my friend. Why? Because you're black, and we're gonna represent unity. You're like, wait a minute, just get you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Hey, why you kid? Because people write articles like, and then the Joker kissed, so he's probably bisexual and all this stuff. It's just like whatever. I'm like,
they always gave me bisexual.
No, you know why? Because I can see you saying that about the last. I can see something. I can see you saying that about the last 3 Jokers. Okay.
See?
Wait, sorry. Who's this one?
Joaquin Phoenix and
Heath,
Jared Leto.
Yes, you saying that I can see because of how they're all three of their
Jared
mannerisms.
And,
all three
Joaquin,
of their mannerisms give that off. But the one in the 90s cartoon doesn't, and Jack Nicholson's doesn't. Because all the other ones kind of like this. Ooh, the 90s cartoon ain't like this.
So that's what bisexual is. Oh.
I'm Cincinnati, man. We out of here. This has gone too far.
I don't know how we got here.
Bye.
Bye. You're funny.